Hey, thanks for tuning into LifeTuber. I am very excited for the second part of Vancouver Island Guide because today we are watching. Yay! Oh, I had to control my excitement there for a second. Along with whales, we'll be able to watch sea otters, sea lions, and other wildlife. Remember, we are not going to zoo to watch tamed animals. We are going into the wild to watch wild whales, wild sea otters, wild sea lions, and all the other wildlife in the sea. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any exciting new videos coming down the road. Also, the first part was shared a couple of days ago. If you haven't yet, after this video, watch the first part in which I have shared Tofino beaches and Tofino downtown places to eat. On the left is the open boat in which we are going, and on the right is a closed boat. Of course, you have choice to choose from open and closed boat, and your girl chose the open boat because there is no barrier between your eyes and watching the wildlife. So we are leaving the waterfront. Wherever the guide is telling us safety features or other history or what animals are seen around during the year around, I have kept his voice as is. There might be a little bit disturbance from the wind at that time, so I apologize for that beforehand. So there are total 10 people in our boat, and I'll let you decide did I get the best spot or not. We'll come to the plane later in the video, but the red suits that you're seeing us wearing, they're all provided by the Whale Center.
You can see the Coast Guard yacht is right over there, okay? So they're the ones monitoring that channel. Also on the VHF, there's a distress button. That's why it's red. So the plastic. If that button is engaged, automatically the Coast Guard is noticed. And that's why it's covered in plastic. I don't want to accidentally notified of our exact GPS location and that we're in this space, okay? Again, we're not going to have to use that. Just something, these are some of the safety features that we have on the boat.
So when we initially stopped the boat, there was a lot of disturbance from the wind and the water. We head to our journey ahead to watch the wildlife, whales, sea otters, sea lions, and whatever we can see around. As you notice around, the views are really stunning. There are small little tiny islands around there too, and the mountains are very beautiful. The air was very refreshing, water was completely clear, and the air was very fresh as well. So I was sitting on the second seat. You see the excitement on that face? Yeah, I haven't felt that excited for a long time now. That constant smile tells you all the background story, how much excited I was during this trip. It was a great, amazing experience, and I just loved it too much that I didn't want to come back, really.
Let's see if we can get a look at them. They're really cool. They usually live, you're asking about that kelp earlier, that seaweed, that's where the otters usually live, right? So there's a lot of kelp around these islands out here.
We'll see them again later in the video, but he was telling about the sea otters and they eat on the kelp that's in the sea and how they were planted here because their population was very low. So he told us quite exciting stuff about the wildlife and their habitat. It was amazing to know, and he seemed really knowledgeable. He has been doing this for more than 10 years and he knows every nook and corner, and he knows where to spot what kind of wildlife.
Their back, they have a little pocket under their arm to swim off. They'll find a rock that they like, stick it in their pocket, and they'll keep it there. And every time they go pee, they'll go grab a
Hope you were able to see the sea otters. Now we are looking at the sea lions. They're just chilling out there on the rocks, absorbing some sunlight. Some of them jumped down in the water when they saw us, but it was great to see them just lying there having their best moments of their life while we were looking at them. Clearly shows the difference of seeing them in their natural habitat versus seeing them tamed in the zoos. You can clearly see the difference, how chilling they are right there, not being controlled by anyone.
Tell it, how long is that? How long?
Yeah, it's
about 15 meters.
15?
Yeah, so bigger than our boat. Kind of arched his back a little bit there, so I think he's going to go down again in a minute. So.
We were able to see the whale 4 times. Please let me know in the comments down below. Leave the timestamps at what time you were able to spot a whale. We did not go much closer because there is a legal rule that you have to keep a distance of 150 meters away from the whale itself to give it enough time to go down and come back up. So we are still exploring the sea and see if we can find another whale or other wildlife. So we have been exploring here for a while now, so it is about 2.5 hours trip from the whale center to the wildlife and come back. We'll explore some more wildlife. Stay tuned and let me know in the comments down below what you were able to see and what part of this video did you like the most.
From the natural cycle, the urchin, there's nothing to control the urchin population, so they started eating all the kelp. So of course we lose our kelp forest. Of course that's a big amount of biomass. A lot of seals, and all these animals rely on the kelp forest. So they did a transplant project and they brought some down from Alaska back into the northern part of Vancouver Island, and they've slowly started making their way down here. So when I first started whale watching back in, like, I don't know, a long time ago now, and you see one otter, you know, like, it was really rare. Now they're actually, you see rafts of them in here. They're actually breeding in Clackwood Sound again, so that's good. They've reestablished themselves. They're excited to see us. I know they want to jump on. They're local. They don't go anywhere. You know, they stay in the same area. They're not like, we have, sometimes we see California people, and they migrate from northern California all the way up here back there. Sometimes we see stellar sea lions up here, they stay here at the harbor field. You'll see them all year round. Oh, it's really healthy. They're called true harbor seals. You can see a lot of younger ones in there. I know.
I hope you were able to see the seal sitting there and jumping in the water. If not, you can always rewind back and see them. I'm repeating this again. Please leave in the comments down below at what time you were able to spot which wildlife. It would be exciting to see how many people were able to spot the wildlife at what time. So our guide did try to help us move around to see if we could spot bears as well, but this is not the season that they come down to the sea for food. This time in the bushes in the forest they have a lot of berries, so they sit in there and eat the berries, and they are full, so they don't need to come out for the food. So the best time to do the bear watching tour or to see them is early spring. That's when they don't have food and they come down to sea for hunting to fill their bellies. That's why we didn't do any bear watching tour this time. Might be next year we'll go do the bear watching tour. Now we are back from our whale watching tour. We are returning towards the city. It was an amazing trip. You guys let me know if you enjoyed it or not. So the red suits that Whale Center has given us, they only protect you from wind and cold, and if in case you fell in water, they help you float, but you can't swim in them. You will only be floating in them. Now after we finish the tour, we will be going to Rainforest. Very beautiful rainforest, so stick in there. We are heading right after we get out of the boat. We are going to go to the rainforest. Here we are back from our whale watching trip, now getting to see the rainforest. Those were some warning signs and stuff, so we are heading right into it. So this is kind of a trail, and there is a wooden pathway to go through. And notice the trees, they are very tall and beautiful, and very old trees preserved as is. So there are signs, rules that you need to follow while you're there, and they're saying that there is wildlife, so you need to be courteous about them. Let's see if we can spot any wildlife here. So it could be foxes, it could be a bear. Let's see if we can see any. So we are heading right into the forest. As usual, I have fast forwarded most parts so you can see much more and won't spend much time on it. It would be fairly quick. Look at the beauty of it. Just look at the beauty. So if you're going to this Rainforest Trail, make sure you keep enough time for yourself. It took us about 2.5 hours to go through the whole trail. So I would say approximately late go there around 2 o'clock or 3, not late than that, because it is dark earlier due to the trees being so tall and blocking the sunlight. So I have kept all the information in the video about wherever there is posters about what kind of trees in there and what kind of wildlife. Do you see that build up on the branches? It is just so beautiful and amazing to see how nature builds itself up without any disturbances. So going further, we'll be able to see water. The sun is shining through the trees. There is a lot of wooden pathways to go through. It's a good exercise too, because there is a lot of stairs to go down, a lot of stairs to come up. It is amazing, very close to nature. We are heading right into it. There you go. So be careful, use your caution. There are a lot of steps there. So they're showing the way. So you go through the left, you go around and come back. So the whole trip would take you about 2.5 hours approximate. So all the fallen trees are right there, build up is right there, everything is there. It is very beautiful, a must see forest, must go trail if ever you are in Tofino. It is also showing us what kind of birds live in this forest. So you'll notice one time when I was making the video, I did not notice a step, so I was about to fall, but thankfully I didn't get hurt, so that's a good thing. I hope you appreciate the effort put behind it, going through the steps and making the video while doing all that. So I'll let you enjoy the views. I'll join back later. I hope you have been enjoying the video so far. Please let me know in the comments down below what was your most favorite part of this video, and stay tuned for much more amazing video coming down the road. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notified whenever there is new video uploaded, and share it with your friends and family. Much appreciated.